everything what is non-physical and physical constitutes of atoms. Now, I can take my hands and move freely through the air without any blockages, without any problems. But when I take my hands against another hand, or take my hands and I put through, or I will try to put through another object, it doesn't work. Why it's so? And why this is so important, or should be important for us? The answer lies in the nature of electron. Atoms constitutes of electrons, and on the surface of the atoms there is electron. That desire, it has a desire to receive for itself alone. Therefore, when this electron approaches another object, this object doesn't feel that resonate with this electron, and as a result runs away, moves away from that electron. Therefore, we cannot put our egoistical hand through a wall. In other words, being a victim is being an electron, having a consciousness of an electron, and that is the problem. We can compare this to a situation when we go to a restaurant, for example, or we walk on the Rodeo Drive in Beverly Hills, and suddenly a person starts to shout or behave in a way that is not acceptable in that particular place. What do we feel? What do? We just basically feel that this person's consciousness is aberrated, that should have been transformed. But you see, other people don't see this in this way. Other people from other nations see this as a weakness, that someone's apologized too often, or doesn't want to take something, or is afraid to ask questions because it doesn't feel right, because it's afraid of being judged. You see, other people doesn't have any problem with that. Other people feel, well, I am ready to pay any price to get what I want. I feel that I need to confront with this situation, and I need to see the pictures what I am going to accomplish, because I am what I am, and I accept the other people. I appreciate other people. Okay, they maybe are egoistical too, they don't see, but it's their business. But I will pay any price to get what I want, and I am not afraid of being judged. I can tell whatever I want. They cannot handle me. They are weak. So maybe they should also transform their consciousness from a certain point of view. Yes, it is true, perhaps. But there is a huge difference between these people who are not aware that they should change something, and between this person that is ready to take and do anything to receive this fulfillment. And what is the difference? Electron. This person needs to take. I need to have. And that is the problem, you see. Because there are situations, of course, in our life that we don't accept people who are victims, right? When they complain all the time. What do? We say, thank you, I appreciate you, but I'm not dealing with you anymore. I am not a victim. It really depends. It depends on the scenario, and depends where we are. We are also then a victim too. Because there are scenarios that we have to do something to receive control, and then we are victim as well, although it doesn't seem to us that we are a victim. So, you see, it depends really where we are. It depends on our consciousness. We cannot just bribe this intelligent energy telling that, look, I am giving so much, my PR, it's so wonderfully prepared by other agencies that work on me. I am so good, don't you see? But why, if we are so good and our consciousness is so well prepared, why we don't have what we want? Why certain idea? Why certain situation, or perhaps people, they run away, they move away from us? No matter how much we try, how much we put ourselves forward and we transform ourselves. You see, because the more we put ego, the more we put electron, no matter how much we give, the intelligent energy doesn't buy this. It cannot be bribed by our very behavior, which could be coming from electron. Our work is to take responsibility, and this responsibility is to diminish, minimize this electron. This is our way of dealing, and the way we should actually look forward to. Then we would be able to attract this proton, to attract this energy that we right now, perhaps from the lag and pain, desire so much. So think about it. Where right now in your life there is a pain, where right now in your life you suffer, you struggle, and you feel this pain, because wherever you feel this pain, because it doesn't work for you, it means that there is electron. It means that we have accumulated too much of that energy, too much of I desire to take. So what are we supposed to do? Just be aware of that, first of all, that I want to take. I don't want to be victim, I want to take. I want to see the future. I want to see the picture. I want to make sure that it's going to work for me. I need to see at least something. Ask this question, whether in this seeing something, is it electron? Is it pain we want to deal with? If there is, it means perhaps that we should work on ourselves and say to ourselves, perhaps I have now a desire and free will not to take. To agree that I don't want to see, especially those things that are painful. And of course, not so easy, and it's easier to start from different examples, life examples, where it's easier basically to agree with something. But there are situations that we have to take no matter what, or we have to say no matter what. We have to. And that's the area of our life where there is more electrons. So by pausing, by seeing ourselves, which realms in our life don't work, it means too much electron. It means I am taking too much, even though I'm taking responsibility and I do something towards that. Perhaps we should stop. Perhaps we should see, yes, beforehand it was easier in the past that I could receive whatever I desire, but today it's more and more difficult and more tough, and I suffer even more. We suffer more because we add to our consciousness more electron. So the more painful situation, of course, the more difficult one to transform and to agree with, not to take. But at least start working that I don't want to see the future. I don't want to see how it's going to work for me. I don't want to see what I will have from that, at least with that. And by doing so, you are going to transform, diminish, reduce, minimize the consciousness of electron. And as a matter of fact, in the end, we are going to connect with our potential. We are going to connect with atoms. We are going to connect with this scenario when there is no pain and everything is happening at the same time. So if you have more questions, as I usually do once a week, I would like to invite you to our website, Modern Restrictionalistic Center, when you will find much more information and materials and video presentation to look and to build up, to broaden up your consciousness. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to send it over. I will for sure respond to that. All the best.